Well, flu season arrived early this year, and experts say it could be a precursor to something pretty bad. Every year, influenza causes thousands of deaths and billions of dollars in lost productivity. And now a local company is hoping to keep your business safe and sanitized. If there's someone sick in your cubicle, who are you gonna call? Enviro-Master.
A third of all flu viruses are contracted in the workplace.
But thanks to Heather Schlegel's business, it doesn't have to be that way. Enter the Virus Vaporizer. How this sci-fi looking device works is a bit complex, but for our purposes, all you really need to know is that the liquid that comes out of it is a powerful germ zapper that kills 99.9% of bacteria in less than 60 seconds.
It kills the flu, kills MRSA, kills E. coli, hand, foot, and mouth.
Hepatitis? Gone. And the norovirus? Bye-bye.
We're like the dentist. We do the deep clean and sanitization once a week or twice a week, depending on the business.
This bug blaster uses hospital-grade germicide that's EPA registered.
Non-toxic, safe, it doesn't stain, doesn't bleach. You can even consume it if you would like. It would not have any bad side effects.
Now, before anyone gets too hungry, let's get back to the flu.
The flu virus itself can last 24 to 48 hours on hard surfaces.
Keyboards, chairs, door handles, oh my. If you're one of those office heroes who thinks they're doing everyone a favor by coming to work sick, think again. When you sneeze, your germs can travel up to 6 feet from where you are. And that's depending on the strength of the sneeze. So you know those really loud sneezers? Yeah, it's more than just annoying, it's gross. And if that's upsetting, hold on to your seat because we have not even gotten to the bathroom yet.
When the toilet flushes, the toilet also sneezes. And those water droplets, millions and millions of water droplets, become airborne and can travel up to 10 feet. And they get into those hard to reach places.
Sanitizing with this potty pistol is just one part of keeping people healthy. Dr. Creston Tate is the medical director of WellSpan Urgent Cares, and he says what's most important is that people get their yearly flu shot.
Last year's flu vaccine was about 35 to 40% effective. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it kept a lot of people in work, and a lot of people, even if it isn't exactly the same virus that we're going to be exposed to in the environment, it still gives us sort of a passive immunity and helps us to fight those similar viruses.
This bug blaster is only available as a commercial service to businesses. So if you want to bid adieu to your home flu, Dr. Creston says you can easily find something over the counter.
I would think a lot of restaurants and things like that could probably benefit from a service like this. Your average homeowner, again, a can of Lysol will do the same thing, essentially, if you do it vigilantly.
Just remember, the more people in a space, the more illnesses there are to erase. So, who are you going to call if you're afraid of those germs?
Flu season is underway, and technology being used here in San Antonio is zapping away those germs and keeping people healthy.
Yeah, and here to talk about the Virus Vaporizer is Enviro-Master Selden Hurley. Thanks for joining us. So, Selden, you got to let us know, what are some of the germiest places you have in the workplace?
Well, the main germiest place is the restroom, of course, ground zero for germs. But any other common areas, break rooms, the desk itself, phones and handles on all the doors, we find that there's lots of germs around the workplace in many places.
So share how this Virus Vaporizer can zap away viruses, multiple viruses, right?
Yes, so our electrostatic sprayer, which is the Virus Vaporizer, actually is electrostatic technology that puts a positive charge on the hospital-grade germicide. And everything on the earth has a negative charge, so when we spray it, it wraps around, seeks out, and destroys in nooks and crannies all of the germs that are come in contact with the hospital-grade germicide. Extremely safe for people, non-toxic. I actually spray it, and I can put it on I actually put it on my face. It's very safe. It's very
Safe,
safe.
yeah.
And spray you
Spray
guys
it towards
if you
Andrew,
want.
yeah.
But no, it's got a long list of MRSA virus, flu virus, cold virus, norovirus. I don't know if you heard about the outbreak in Colorado where they shut the whole district of schools down because of a norovirus breakout. But if they had our service, it was very less likely to have happened.
Wow, and you said that this is pretty expensive, this vaporizer itself. And this is why y'all have this service, so that you can go out there and help people kind of destroy the flu virus. But how long can this flu virus or some of these germs last on some surfaces if we don't have somebody like you come by and...
They can last 24, 48 hours for the flu virus, sometimes longer for other strains of different viruses. But you know, we would definitely make sure that there's less of a chance people getting contaminated and cross-contaminated if you have our service.
Wow. Now I keep those disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizers. So is this better, just as effective, more effective than those?
It's going to be more effective because of the way that we apply it, but also it's hospital grade, clinically tested to eliminate all these different strains of viruses and germs.
Wow.
And if you know, we have about 500 customers here in town.
Yeah.
And you'll know that they're being treated by Enviro-Master with this little sticker on their fixtures. So Enviro-Master, and it's really any customer, anybody that has people in their business, which is everybody, can be our customer. So.
And I know a big concern, right, is the flu. You
Yeah.
can do a sneeze test, because when someone sneezes, when they don't cover their mouths, it can go so far, right? Can you show us how far?
Yes, so if you would humor me and hold this.
Okay,
the
I got it.
sneeze zone is about 6 feet away. So if you go 6 feet out and someone sneezes, it's going to possibly, because they're airborne viruses, possibly contaminate and infect you this far away. So,
Oh, yikes.
yeah,
And that's a lot of surface area.
it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yes, indeed.
So whenever you go to some of these businesses, do you also go to some schools in the area too? You mentioned that norovirus outbreak in Colorado. I think it shut down something like 40 schools.
Yeah,
it was a big deal. So do y'all go to schools and what kind of businesses do you end up going to?
Yeah, we definitely go to schools, churches, gyms, daycares, just regular businesses like law firms. I mean, you think about it, if we protect people, so hopefully they stop from getting sick, and we're concerned and care about our employees. But also, if we have an outbreak of a flu virus, it affects our businesses negatively. So anybody, movie theaters, convenience stores. There's, like I said, if you have customers and people working in your business, we can help prevent them from getting sick.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you so much for showing us the Virus Vaporizer and for your time.
Thank you very much.
Germ busting going high tech, from UV light products that you can buy that promise to zap germs around your home to companies that specialize in something called electrostatic disinfection. Our Brooke Katz looked into it, and Brooke, some of these at-home devices, they can be pricey. So the big question, of course, is, are they worth it?
Well, Ken, it really depends on exactly what you're looking for. If you're thinking UV lights can replace your Clorox wipes, you're going to want to think again. But these devices can give your cleaning a little extra boost.
One of the great tools that we have now, it's called our Electrostatic Virus Vaporizer.
It sounds like space-age technology, but this is how Enviro-Master gets businesses clean.
This electrostatic sprayer, it's putting a positive charge on the germicide as it comes out the barrel.
It's just one high-tech solution aimed at zapping germs. While Enviro-Master specializes in sanitizing the workplace, a quick Amazon search reveals tons of at-home gadgets you can buy that promise to kill nasty bugs, most of them using UV light.
UVA and B is what we get exposed to right through the sun, and C is that germ-killing wavelength.
Dr. Diana Cervantes is an associate professor at UNT specializing in epidemiology. She says these devices do work with limitations.
So it doesn't get rid of all viruses and bacteria, but it brings it down to a good level.
It's technology even used in hospitals, the light getting into places human hands just can't. But it's in addition to the normal room cleanings, a catch that carries over to these household products as well.
So it's never going to substitute for good cleaning and manual disinfection, especially those high-touch areas, but it will supplement.
As for the virus vaporizers, Dr. Cervantes says the positive charge does help germicide adhere to surfaces and disperse more evenly, which is what makes it handy in large workspaces. The other added bonus?
It is extremely safe, not just to humans, but to the environment, which is very, very important nowadays.
As something else Dr. Cervantes pointed out, those medical grade lights are routinely checked to make sure that they're working properly. You're not going to get that with your at-home devices that you can buy online, and that's why she says nothing replaces good old-fashioned hand washing, Ken, and really wiping down those areas that we touch a lot, places like doorknobs, keyboards, all of that. Again, it just goes back to it's a nice little added bonus, but it's not going to replace your normal routine.
And it's good to know that what Mom always advised us since we were kids, to wash our hands, stay clean. That's still very effective.
Stands true.
Flu is spreading significantly across the country. There's a new way, or at least a different way, that you can blast away the virus, especially if you own a local business. And it's getting bad this year. We recently booked a visit to a doctor's office, and they said, don't bring people with you.
Right.
The flu's bad. Don't bring people with you.
Well, and think what just happened last week in Mesa County schools.
Yep.
Shut down all because of norovirus. So we've got Jim here, and he is from Enviro-Master Services. This is a unique approach to kill germs, the flu virus, norovirus, Hep A, you said too?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yes,
so
yes.
what is this?
So we term this our Virus Vaporizer. It's an electrostatic sprayer that sprays out a hospital-grade germicide.
Okay.
The germicide is applied with an electrostatic charge, and so then it wants to apply itself to a surface.
So it needs that charge as it exits this gun here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the coverage is great. It's a non-toxic application, so it's safe for humans. And then the effectiveness is such that it kills everything, as you mentioned, from the norovirus to influenza to hand, foot, mouth disease, Hep A, and MRSA.
All right, so we've got this video here, but let's just cut back to the camera because we'll just sanitize. I mean,
let's go.
If anywhere needs sanitizing, we could use a little bit around here.
Get to work, Kurt.
One of us is always sick, don't you think? So how does it? What am I supposed to do here?
You usually start a little high in your area and just pull the trigger and go back and forth, spray back and forth.
Is that sort of it?
Wow.
That's it.
Well, you just cleaned off our news
And
stuff.
you let
that's
it
good.
dry, or how does it work?
You let it dry. Yeah.
And this is different than wiping down with like disinfectant wipe.
Absolutely, especially because of the coverage.
Yeah.
You know, you can get an entire room. We've done entire gymnasiums. We had a cheerleading studio that came down with some application. We did the whole service in about an hour and a half.
And this isn't electric Lysol. This is different.
Correct.
How so?
Yeah. Well, it's a hospital-grade germicide.
Got it.
Okay, it's registered with the EPA, so it's proven effective, plenty of tests on it. And then with the electrostatic application, it covers a wide range of surfaces.
Coverage.
Yes, better
Can I take this home with me? I'm such a heavy packer. This will just
Jim,
give
my
me some
kids,
peace of mind.
my kids leave for school at 9 o'clock every day, so 9:15 daily. Is that service available?
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Just give me a wake-up
So you
call.
just hire the service. You come out to gyms, schools, hospitals, any public place.
Precisely. You can see our sticker in
right.
places where we're servicing, and give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out.
Thanks, Jim. Super
Thank you.
good information, and hopefully businesses and schools will clean up, whether it's through him or another method.
Keep a lot of people from getting sick.
While you're giving out gifts this holiday season, there's one thing you don't want to pass along, and that's germs. The flu virus can survive on hard surfaces for 24 hours, and Nancy Rhodes with Enviro-Master joined me to show us a device that can be used in offices and schools to get rid of germs.
The Virus Vaporizer takes hospital-grade germicide, puts it through this machine, and now it has a positive charge on it. We all have negative charges. And as we always learned, opposites attract.
Right.
So this then wraps around all the surfaces and kills the germs on contact.
Wow.
It's safe for the environment,
Okay.
for dogs, for people, but germs can't build an immunity to it.
Interesting. Okay, and you have something called the sneeze zone. What exactly is that?
So when somebody, we sometimes call them the office heroes, come to work sneezing,
Right. We're like, go home, you're spreading germs.
those germs can go 6 feet.
Okay.
So roughly this far.
Wow.
And those water droplets then have to come down, gravity. So our Virus Vaporizer kills those germs
Okay.
and makes it safe.
The flu season is expected to be worse than last year and run much longer. But one innovative device using new technology is helping hospitals, businesses, and even schools kill close to 100% of the flu virus on contact. Eyewitness News reporter Jeremy Baker shows us how it works.
How do those at KENS 5 try to battle the flu?
You don't want to ask me because I'm the worst. I don't have a flu shot. I don't have anything.
Honestly, I don't really think about it. We do have an awesome medicine cabinet here, though.
You can't argue that, but that's if you are already sick. The key is prevention. Here at KENS 5, like in any other office, we use all sorts of methods to battle viruses, including disinfecting wipes and hand sanitizer. But what if you had something like this? A virus vaporizer with electrostatic technology?
The technology is specialized in that it puts a positive charge on, in our case, a hospital-grade germicide.
Hurley says it is that positive charge that is the key.
Everything on the earth has a negative charge. So it clings, wraps around, gets all in nooks and crannies to seek out and destroy all sorts of viruses and germs.
When someone sneezes and they have the flu, the virus can spread as far as 6 feet away. That's why it's so important to keep all surfaces, including you, as disinfected as possible.
My daughters got sick not too long ago with the flu, and I actually sprayed my whole house, and my dog ran by and I sprayed my dog.
Sprayed his dog with germicide? Is that safe? Hurley says, oh yes.
Spray it on your hands. I'm just demonstrating how safe it is. It's EPA registered, non-toxic, safe for the environment, but extremely effective against pathogens.
Hurley says the electrostatic sprayer gets more than the flu too.
Nora, MRSA, all the common influenza strains, and common cold.
Jeremy Baker, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
The flu is spreading significantly across our state. We try to wipe down surfaces and cover our mouths when we cough and sneeze, right? But this morning, we want to talk about a different way to fight off the virus. It's called a flu virus vaporizer. Matt Berry is with Enviro-Master here in Raleigh. Good morning, Matt. Now,
good morning.
You guys are a local business. Most people probably have not heard of Enviro-Master. What is it that you guys do?
We're a national health and safety company. We specialize in, we're not a janitorial company,
right.
Okay? We do hygiene interventions, okay? We work with places such as offices, hospitals, schools, those kind of places, and they hire us to protect their employees and their customers by providing a comprehensive disease prevention, odor control, and sanitization program.
And because the flu is so rampant this season, are you guys more busier than y'all ever?
Busier than ever. And some of the areas that we hit, places you'll go in, like you go into restaurants,
right.
the restrooms especially, you go into kitchens, play areas where the kids are, office spaces, any of those places that people will, contract us to help them out.
Well, let's talk about the workspace for a minute. What are the areas in the workspaces that have the most germs that's a haven for germs?
Believe it or not, hard surfaces, any areas that you touch, phones, believe it or not, one of the dirtiest things are your tablets, your cell phones that you put up to your head, especially the restrooms. When you go in the restrooms, any of the touchable surfaces that you touch in there, the flush handles, the toilets, the sinks, those kind of areas, that's really where they live and actually everything that we're touching here.
Really? And the thing is, whenever I reach for a door, I always grab some napkin or something like that to open the door because,
Absolutely.
I want to stay safe. Now, let's talk about the flu vaporizer. How does it work?
This we call it the Virus Vaporizer, and how it works. What's in here is a germicide, and the germicide travels through the gun, and it creates a positive charge when it comes out. So when this comes out, it creates a positive charge.
Right.
And what we're doing right here, this actually sticks to all surfaces. Where you would spray a spray bottle here, this creates a positive charge. Everything around you is a negative charge.
Yeah.
So where you may come in and you may have a table or something like that, instead of just hitting the top of it, it's going to touch everything. Those door handles you talked about, instead of just hitting the top, it's going to really cover those door handles and kill everything there.
So I'm looking at my desk. Do I spray the whole thing at my desk?
Not the whole thing.
Yeah.
One of the things that this does, we fight is cold, flu, norovirus, MRSA, those type of things that we're going to do. This is registered with the EPA. It's non-toxic. It's safe for children. It's safe for the environment. And the cool thing about it is the diseases and things that we're trying to get rid of, they can't build up a resistance to it.
And how often should people spray their surfaces around
this
their home
actually
or
has
office?
when they spray this, actually, when we do this program, it has about a 7 to 9 day residual effect. And just to show you something, actually, I'll let you use that one.
All right.
So go ahead.
And basically, I'm just spraying you.
You're spraying me.
Yeah. So you can spray individual people.
Well, I'm doing that for this reason, just to show you guys. I know when you guys came in, you thought this was a little bit intimidating, but this is totally safe. I actually had a situation where I did have a school and they had a really bad flu outbreak, and we came in and they were really concerned about the children and the teachers. So we came in and actually provided our program, and we do a weekly service there where we actually cover the entire school.
Now, one of the things that spreads germs all the time, sneezing, and I think we underestimate how far sneezes travel.
Absolutely. One of the things that we find, and I have it in my work, a lot of times guys will come in and we call them office heroes, or, hey, I'm going to brave it today, but I'm really sick, and they come in coughing. And one of the areas that the CDC actually, and actually grab this for me, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So this is
this I'll tell you what this is. So we're looking at 6 feet here, Ken, and 6 feet is what I call the sneeze zone.
Wow.
So
if I don't cover my mouth,
and you sneeze at me, yes, in that space, yes, you can be infected. Now, the interesting thing about this is when it lands on hard surfaces, it can last for 24 hours. So not only could I be infected, but if something lands here on your desk and somebody comes back later in your spot, they could be infected as well.
Hey, Matt, some really good advice. Thanks for sharing it with us. And
absolutely.
It's one of those things, especially this time of year.
Yep, absolutely. And we actually, people say, how do you back up this claim? Well, we actually have worked with Dr. Charles Gerba, one of the few companies that actually did an in-depth research study to back this up. He's out of the University of Arizona, and his team. What they found is that companies that did a weekly service with us actually reduced their harmful bacteria by 99%.